What is shadow work? This is one of the most asked questions that I get. Now, it's understandable that you hear the term shadow work and you're like, what does that even mean? I didn't even know until I learned it. To fully understand shadow work, you need to understand how you work as an emotional being. This is why I keep saying one of the most valuable things you can do in this life is to learn how you work as an emotional being, regardless whether you are on your healing journey or not. You have a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind is your subconscious. You are unaware of the things that are there. Through your life, you have had many experiences where it has been emotionally distressful for you without any resolution for that emotional distress. We are creatures of needs. In those moments, the needs that we needed meeting in that moment wasn't met. So what we do in those moments is figure out a way to keep ourselves safe. The way we do this is we fragment our consciousness. You are the conscious driver. You are your consciousness. These fragments in your consciousness are parts of you, like entire parts, entire personalities. These parts have different behaviors, different needs, different desires. These are aspects of ourselves. The way we protect ourselves in the moments that it's been too emotionally distressful without resolution for that distress is that we put an aspect of ourselves somewhere we don't have conscious awareness of, our subconscious, because we are unaware of this part of ourselves. If the experience is too overwhelming, like being abused, or if you were in a car crash or in a fight, or someone that you know and love dearly passes away, even things like being scolded as a child, being shouted out because you were angry, not having a say in how your life progresses, and a million other things, all of those experiences are too overwhelming for us. And because we don't have resolution for it, we don't want to remain living in that experience because it's not being resolved. So then we would just be staying in pain. So the way we protect ourselves is we put that part of ourselves somewhere that we don't have conscious awareness of in our subconscious. The subconscious, the part of yourself that you are unaware of, is what we call the human shadow. Shadow work is anything that raises the awareness of these parts of yourself in the human shadow. We refer to the conscious part of ourselves as the light and the unconscious part of ourselves as the shadow. There's nothing evil about this or dark or anything like that. So if I want to bring something into the light of my consciousness, I need to go to the human shadow to then become aware of that thing. This is what shadow work is. Now I can already hear the question that you're asking in your head to me whilst I'm on your screen. How do you do shadow work? There are much more powerful ways than other ways. A lot of people ask me, well, what's the difference between shadow work and inner child work? Nothing. Inner child work is a form of shadow work. Heart work is a form of shadow work. Speaking to your therapist, to a life coach, to an intuitive trauma coach, that exploration, understanding these unconscious parts of yourself and why the behaviors are there is shadow work. Now, the most powerful form of shadow work is to get to full integration, to get to a place of being able to resolve the unresolved emotional distress that you experienced in the past. These parts of yourself that you've put in the place that you are unaware of are all at the age of when the experiences happen. So you are not just you on this part and this age. When you take on and become these other parts of yourself, you're actually also those ages. The goal of shadow work is to integrate, is to bring these parts of ourselves back. Think of it as like undoing the fragment that we experienced in the past. Now, that doesn't mean these parts of us disappear and they go. The goal is to meet the unmet needs that these parts of us have. And the way we do that is by going towards them, by feeling the emotion that they are carrying. A trigger is not just me feeling an emotion. A trigger is me becoming aware of a part of myself that feels that emotion, but it's in a place that I'm unaware of. So by me feeling the emotion of this part of myself, I am becoming more aware of it. And the more you integrate, which is the end goal of shadow work, the most powerful way of doing it, you won't be as triggered. You won't be feeling the way you do all the time because you're integrating, you're resolving, you're meeting these unmet needs. Regardless whether you are on your healing journey or not, this is how human beings work. This is how you work, and this is how every single human works. Even if they don't believe it, we are all unaware of these parts of ourselves, and you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you are unaware of. You don't know that there is a part of yourself from a specific memory that is still trying to get your attention, which is the reason why you are feeling the way you do, or playing a huge role in the amalgamation of all of the parts of yourself, which is causing you to feel the way you do. Now, if you want to learn how to fully integrate and understand how you work as an emotional being, to be able to raise your self-awareness and explore your triggers instead instead of being at the mercy of them, to take back control of your life. I'm running a 6-week group coaching course where I teach people how to do this. It's not a one-sentence answer. It requires you to learn how you work. Everyone who's already taken this course has already seen huge changes. If you're at the place where enough's enough and you want to make that everlasting change, you can schedule a free call with me to see if this aligns with your path right now on your journey. If you want to schedule a call and also see the testimonials of the people that have already taken this course, I've put a link for it in the description just below. I promise you, once you learn how you work as an emotional being and continuously go down that path throughout the life that you're having, you will be able to take so much more control back. This is how you find your power. My job is to empower people, and I don't do that by giving them power. I do that by showing them that that power has been there this whole time. I guide you to see it, to feel it. Have a great day.